September 19th, 1944, 05:47 a.m. A ridge outside Arracourt, France. The mist clings to the wheat stubble like breath on glass. Inside a brand new Panzer V Panther, Oberfeldwebel Kurt Broman wipes condensation from the commander's cupola and grins at his gunner. "Look, Heinz, the Americans sent us their cigarette lighters again." Through the Zeiss optics, 4 M4 Shermans crawl across the valley floor, turrets swiveling like nervous turtles. Broman's laugh echoes in the steel coffin. Every German tanker knows the joke. Sherman, the Ronson. Lights first time, every time. He thumbs the intercom. "Load AP, let's give Tommy's cousins a warm breakfast." The 75mm KVK-42 snarls. A single orange tracer arcs through the fog and punches clean through the lead Sherman's turret ring. The M4 keeps rolling. No flash, no fireball, just a hole the size of a dinner plate. Broman's grin freezes. What the hell? Across the valley, Lieutenant Colonel Creighton Abrams lowers his binoculars inside his command Sherman, Thunderbolt 7. His voice crackles over the 19 set. "Hold fire, 37th. Let the Krauts come to us." You can taste the diesel in the air. Feel the ground tremble as 30 fresh Panthers of the 111th Panzer Brigade rev their Maybach engines and charge downhill, certain this will be another Kasserine Pass. But the fog is thicker than they know, and Abrams has been waiting all night. 05:59 a.m. The valley floor, Arracourt. The first Panther crests the rise and plunges into the mist like a shark into surf. Broman's driver slams the throttle. Tracks chew earth. The turret traverses left, hunting the Shermans that should be burning. They're gone. Instead, a single 76mm shell screams out of nowhere and detonates against the Panther's mantelet. The impact rings like a church bell. Broman's head snaps back. Blood trickles from his ear. Where did that come from? His gunner spins the traverse wheel. Nothing but gray soup. Then another shell. This one punches through the driver's vision slit. The Panther lurches, driver screaming, and coasts into a ditch. On the reverse slope, Abrams crouches in Thunderbolt 7's open hatch. He doesn't shout, just keys the mic. "Alpha Company, fire!" 4 Shermans, upgunned M4A8 Easy 8s with wet ammo storage, rise from hull-down positions like ghosts. Their long barrels spit fire in perfect unison. 4 Panthers brew up in 4 seconds. Black smoke coils upward, mixing with the fog. Broman's brigade commander, Oberst Heinrich Bronsart, watches from a knoll 2 kilometers back. His binoculars tremble. They're using the mist as a curtain and radios like we use field telephones. He doesn't know Abrams spent the night plotting every fold in the terrain with French farmers and aerial photos. Doesn't know every Sherman is tied into a net of SCR 528 radios that lets platoon leaders call targets faster than German hand signals. Another Panther charges blindly forward. Its commander, Lieutenant Fritz Longhank, screams for smoke. Too late. A Sherman's HVAP round, tungsten cord lightning, cores through the Panther's frontal plate at 1,200 meters. The tank erupts from the inside out. Longhank's last sight is his own ammunition cooking off in green-white flashes. Back in Thunderbolt 7, Abrams allows himself half a smile. Keep the pressure, boys. They think in columns. We think in webs. The fog begins to lift, and the Germans are starting to see the trap. 12:17 p.m. The killing ground, south of Arracourt. The sun finally burns through the mist, revealing a moonscape of steel carcasses. 47 Panthers and Tigers lie gutted across 3 square kilometers, some still belching flame, others silent, with turrets blown sideways like tin cans under a giant's boot.
Oberfeldwebel Kurt Braunmann crawls from his wrecked Panther, ears ringing, uniform singed. He stares at the Shermans now prowling the ridge above him. They move in pairs, never alone, never rushed. One covers while the other advances, like wolves. He remembers the jokes in the mess hall at Meilly-le-Camp. Shermans burn so bright you can read by them. Now the only light comes from his own brigade's funeral pyres. Aboard Thunderbolt 7, Abrams stands tall in the cupola, field jacket flapping. His driver, Corporal Tony Petrovich, hands him a canteen. Abrams drinks, eyes never leaving the battlefield. Count the hoax, Tony. 49, sir, and we lost 3. Abrams nods once. 3 Shermans for 49 Panzers. The math is brutal, and it's only day 1. Down in the valley, Oberst Bronsart receives a runner from the 113th Panzer Brigade, fresh from refit, elite crews, brand new Panther Aus Gs. The runner's face is chalk. Herr Oberst, the Amis, they knew exactly where we'd crossed the stream. They had tanks waiting in the orchards. It was like they could see through the fog. Bronsart's monocle drops. He turns to his adjutant. Order the 113th to swing wide, hit their flank at Lazy. We still outgun them. But the runner shakes his head. Sir, the flank is already gone. They're everywhere. Up on the ridge, Abrams keys the battalion net. Come see, pivot south. Let's greet the newcomers. The Shermans disappear into the tree line, engines growling low. Brahman, limping toward a field dressing station, hears the sound and feels it in his gut. The laughter is over. The hunt has reversed. And somewhere in the smoke, a single thought begins to form in every German tanker's mind. We are the ones burning now.
18:43 p.m. A shattered orchard outside Lizay, France. The sky bleeds orange over the Moselle. Smoke from burning Panthers drifts like funeral shrouds. Oberfeldwebel Kurt Braunmann sits against a splintered apple tree, a morphine syringe stuck in his thigh. His left arm is wrapped in a blood-soaked bandage torn from a dead comrade's shirt. Around him, the 113th Panzer Brigade is dying in real time. A fresh Panther Aus G, its paint still glossy from the factory, rumbles past. Turret hatches open, crews scanning for targets. The commander, Hauptmann Rolf Steiger, stands tall, iron cross glinting. He shouts into his throat mic, "All units, form line abreast. We push through to Arracourt." The words barely leave his mouth when the orchard erupts. From hold-down positions behind stone walls and haystacks, Abrams' Shermans open fire. Not the frantic pop-pop of earlier skirmishes. This is a synchronized orchestra. 12 76mm guns fire as one. 12 tungsten cord rounds streak across 800 meters and strike home. Steiger's Panther takes 3 hits in 2 seconds. 1 through the turret front, 1 into the engine deck, 1 clean through the driver's compartment. The tank shudders, hatches blow outward, and a jet of flame shoots 20 feet into the air. Steiger's body is thrown clear, landing in the dirt like a discarded puppet. Brahman watches, numb. He sees a Sherman, call sign Cobra King, emerge from the smoke, its long barrel tracking another Panther like a predator's gaze. The German tank fires first. The shell ricochets off Cobra King's glacis with a shower of sparks. The Sherman doesn't even slow. Its return shot punches through the Panther's lower hull and detonates the ready rack. A secondary explosion rips the tank in half. In Thunderbolt 7, Abrams watches the destruction through his binoculars. His voice is calm, almost weary. Cease fire on that sector, save the ammo. They're done. Below, the German advance collapses. Crews bail out of crippled tanks, running through the orchards with hands raised. A young Unteroffizier drops to his knees in front of a Sherman, sobbing. The American commander pops his hatch, tosses the kid a canteen, and points him toward the rear. Brahman closes his eyes. He thinks of the briefing 2 weeks ago. The AMI tanks are inferior. Their crews are amateurs. 1 Tiger is worth 10 Shermans. He opens his eyes again. The orchard is a graveyard of Tigers and Panthers. Over 120 German tanks destroyed in 11 days. American losses, 14. The numbers don't lie. And for the first time, Brahman understands it was never about the tank. It was about the system, the radios, the supply lines, the factories back home churning out Shermans faster than Germany could build shells. He looks at the burning wrecks and whispers to no one, "Wir haben schon verloren." We lost a long time ago. The sun dips below the horizon, and in the gathering dark, the Shermans roll forward, engines thrumming like the heartbeat of an unstoppable army. September 30, 1944, 07:12 a.m. A command post in a half-collapsed farmhouse 3 kilometers east of Arracourt. Lieutenant Colonel Creighton Abrams steps over a splintered doorframe, boots crunching on broken glass. The air smells of cordite, wet plaster, and coffee from a GI percolator someone dragged in on a Jeep hood. A map table dominates the room. Grease pencil lines spiderwebbing across the Lorraine. Red X's marking every German tank grave. Abrams drops a captured Panther commander's logbook onto the table. The cover is scorched. The last entry, dated yesterday, ends mid-sentence. Munitions exhausted. Crew down to... Captain Eddie McCarthy, Abrams's S2, flips it open. 192 confirmed kills, sir. Maybe 200 with the stragglers. We lost 21 Shermans total. 12 crews walked away. Abrams doesn't smile. He just stares at the map, then out the shattered window where a column of German prisoners shuffles past under guard. Gray faces, hands clasped behind heads, boots dragging. A teenage lieutenant meets Abrams' eyes for a second, then looks away. You can almost hear the silence. No engines, no artillery, just the wind rattling loose shutters and the distant clank of a recovery crew winching a Sherman back onto its tracks. Outside, Sergeant Rose, Abrams' loader from Thunderbolt 7, leans against the fender, cleaning carbon from the 76mm breech. A German corporal approaches under white flag, offers a pack of Juno cigarettes. Rose takes one, lights it off the glowing muzzle brake of a dead Panther 30 yards away. They share the smoke without a word. 2 tankers who spent 11 days trying to kill each other, now breathing the same scorched air. Back inside, a runner bursts in. "Sir, Patton's on the horn. Wants to know if the road to Saar Union is open." Abrams picks up the handset. "Tell the old man the gate's wide open, and tell him the gate's made of Panther steel." He hangs up before the laughter on the other end finishes. Later that afternoon, Abrams walks the battlefield alone. He stops beside a knocked-out Tiger II, King Tiger, the invincible one. Its 88mm barrel bent like a pretzel by a direct hit from an M12 155mm SPG. He runs a gloved hand over the gouged armor, then pulls a small notebook from his pocket, writes a single line. "They built the perfect tank. We built the perfect system." The sun is high now. Crows circle overhead. Somewhere a Sherman crew sings "Roll Me Over" off-key. Abrams closes the notebook, tucks it away, and heads back to Thunderbolt 7. The war isn't over, but here, in this quiet pocket of France, the myth of German armor just died screaming. And the men who laughed at the Ronson, they're the ones who burned.